Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports between our visitors and our home team. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between our visitors and the San Antonio Marshals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Barnes. It's caught, Cooper. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Barnes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And they blocked it. They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. Special teams putting a mark on this game early. Opening drive, block punt.
And for one team, it's a good mark, and for the other, not so good. And this is why special teams coaches are like designated hitters to me. They don't get very many opportunities. They need to maximize when it comes their way. And as we just said, one of them did.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the gun, Hyde. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Wood down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh. Ready?
On first and 10, Barnes. Pryor has it complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Barnes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go.
Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. And the big meet on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal. Looking to throw. Barnes looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Wood. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
Now a give, right side. It's Wood. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So that'll back them up 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Hyde. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. A tight one after one on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Wood. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Wood. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Hyde. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism. Great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down now, it's Wood. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing on 3rd and long. Barnes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now here's Michael Dixon, and remember, he had his first punt blocked. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, it's Wood. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. To throw on third down. Hyde firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is good for a first down, his second grab in this NFC Championship bout.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Hyde. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Wood. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Hyde. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Hyde, complete. It's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Get it.
On first down, it's Wood. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Hyde. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on first down, Barnes. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Barnes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. A final shot before break. Barnes. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Tennessee Titans who are heading to the Super Bowl for just the 2nd time ever as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Here we go.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. High, and he fires one incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Hyde. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wood. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll keep it on the ground. Again, it's Wood. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the gun on 3rd down. Hyde looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Barnes. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's right.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5. Wright's got it. That one good for 26 and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run on 1st down. Corbett. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off play action. Hyde. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Terry.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And here now the the offense heading back out there. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a two-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Wood. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Wood. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
70, Indy. Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 5.
On first down, Hyde. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Terry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And his kick here is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Barnes looking deep down. That's caught inside the 20. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Thomas has it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Wood. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On first down, it's Wood. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Get it.
On second down, it's Wood. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.